Imagine a pivotal moment in American history when the promise of equal education was still a distant dream for many. Picture a student pursuing advanced studies only to be met with policies that made learning an isolating experience. McLaurin versus Oklahoma State Regents significantly impacted education by ruling that a state university could not segregate a black student within its facilities once admitted. This decision, handed down in 1950, held that such internal segregation denied the student equal protection under the 14th Amendment, directly challenging the notion of separate but equal in graduate education. The core reason behind this landmark decision was the Supreme Court's recognition of the profound psychological and academic harm caused by segregation. George McLaurin, an African-American student admitted to the University of Oklahoma's doctoral program in education, was subjected to discriminatory conditions. He was forced to sit in an anteroom adjoining the classroom, eat at a separate table in the cafeteria, and use a designated desk in the library. The court understood that these arrangements, even if the physical facilities were technically available, impaired his ability to study, engage in discussions, and interact with fellow students and faculty. This ruling provided a vital legal framework by demonstrating that equality is not merely about providing identical resources. It clarified that the very act of isolating a student due to their race creates an unequal educational environment. It chipped away at the legal foundation established by Plessy versus Ferguson, showing that separate educational experiences could not be truly equal, especially at the graduate level where collaboration and discussion are paramount to learning. The court's focus on the intangible factors of an educational experience, such as the ability to exchange ideas freely and participate fully in academic life, was a critical development. This case introduced a deeper understanding of what constitutes true educational equality, going beyond mere physical facilities. It implicitly recognized that the stigma of segregation itself created an unequal burden. This ruling, alongside Sweet versus Painter, which also challenged segregation in professional schools, set the stage for the groundbreaking decision that would follow just for years later. Ultimately, McLaurin versus Oklahoma State Regents underscored that true educational equity demands more than just access. It requires an integrated environment where all students can learn and thrive without the barriers of racial segregation. It affirmed the importance of intellectual exchange and social integration for a complete and fair educational experience, laying essential groundwork for the dismantling of segregation in public education across the nation.